Just going to talk a little bit more about Nebbiolo clones. So we're here in front of a different clone of Nebbiolo on a different rootstock. And you can actually see there's a shoot coming out of the rootstock. So I thought I'd talk about that. So here we go, here's a vine here, which is actually 230 clone, which is one of the first clones available in Australia. It's a Lampia type, quite big bunches, big berries. You can see that's quite a big bunch there. Probably going to be like, 400 gram bunch. Quite tight, tightly wound as well. We're starting to just see maybe hints of veraison, like starting to change a little bit of colour there, and a little bit of second crop, which I'll get rid of. But you can see here, this is a bit of a stray shoot that's come out of the rootstock. So here's the rootstock here, this is a 101-14, which is considered a good rootstock because it's not highly vigorous. So it typically supports the characteristics of the material that's grafted on top. There's the graft union there. So this is the 230 Nebbiolo Vitis vinifera and the Vitis rupestris on the bottom. So, when you see these guys in the vineyard, it's like, obviously a good sign that there's good soil fertility. And you can see here, it's pretty obvious. They've typically not got any lobes on them. They're a slightly paler colour. They have a red tinge to the petiole as well, whereas the sort of newer shoots of Nebbiolo are more deeply lobed. They've still got a bit of a more pinkish hue, which is characteristic of Nebbiolo, but they've got a darker hue to the leaf as well. Anyway, we're just going to snip this guy off down pretty low near the sort of source, and we'll just keep an eye on him. But early in the season, when they're just coming up, the vine's still half asleep, we can pretty much knock them off at the base. But at this stage, we're just going to leave a little bit of dieback material so it doesn't affect the union of the vine. Here's another example of some different clones of Nebbiolo. So these are all on own rootstocks, so no graft union from but it's all own roots. So that's just an initial cutting that was taken, when they pruned. And this is what's called Mat 8. Anyway, quite big bunches. These vines aren't as vigorous, I think, because there's a bit of frost in this area and it's harder soil, younger vines. But even still, there's some still good long sort of canes coming out. And opposite me, I have the Rosé clone, which is also called Mat 4 or 111. And you can see they've got really big bunches. Like, that's a double winged. Oh no, it's two bunches. Two bunches or one bunch? I have to tell without breaking it. No, it is one bunch. So you can see there, in there, my finger is, it's like where it's winged. So that is one wing and that's the other wing. So really deeply winged bunch. So pretty much evenly winged. That's the Rosé clone or Mat 4. And these clones are typically have quite open canopies. So they don't sort of see as much, density and vigor. I mean, these are different soils as well than what we were looking at before, but they don't seem to have that same leaf vigor that the other clones have. But they're still quite deeply lobed. Like these leaves have got distinct 5 lobes to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas some of the other clones are more 3. Like even here, looking at they're more 3 lobes. So 1, 2, 3. So that's some of the differences, the obvious differences that you can see between the different clones.